You have a lot of people terrified and nervous because, one, you cannot be controlled. When people lose control, they feel like they are powerless. They feel like they cannot tell you what to do. They feel like they cannot, you know, call the shots in your life. So a lot of times people will be terrified of you because they cannot control you. Either they never could or they cannot anymore, right? So watch how people move when they see that you are uncontrollable. Once again, it's not to say anything to where you're reckless or you're moving crazy. It's simply that you make your own choice, you make your own decision. If you're not with something, you're not going to be with it, and nobody's going to tell you otherwise, right? Another reason, a second reason why you have a lot of people terrified out here is because people see that you are a go-getter. All right, you do not stay dormant in your own life. You're not waiting for a miracle to fall in your lap. You're actually going out here, you're making things happen, right? Especially when you come from the mud or from hard times, trying times. People see that no matter what, you still have that go-getter spirit well intact to where they can't really intercept that. There's nothing they could really do to, stop you from chasing what you want to chase. So definitely you'll have a lot of people terrified because they cannot stop your hustle. They cannot. They've tried. Of course, you've seen people try, but it's not going to work. And it isn't going to work because you're very dedicated. You're very focused as well. Another reason why people are terrified of you is because you are strong willed, right? So it's like you're not about to just take whatever type of treatment. You're not about to just bow or, be weak, feeble. You're not going to move like that. You're going to move like you know who you are. You're going to move like, listen, I'm a strong person. I'm not with the drama. All right. Well, if people come at you, you're standing tall type of thing, right? So it's like people are not going to be able to really sway you or scare you. And inadvertently, it starts to scare them. All right. So that's one of the reasons, too, why you terrify people, because you're very strong willed. You're not going to back down from nothing. Right. It's not to say that you're getting at people in this way, but it's to say that if trouble comes, you stand up. Right. You don't cower. You don't fold. You're there. You're going to deal with the issue, whatever the issue might be. Right. Another reason why people are terrified is because you do not go with the herd. You do not go with the majority. You don't care about what the majority is doing. You're not ignorant to it. You could see what's happening. You could see the trends. You could see what people are into, but maybe you're not into none of that, right? So that will terrify people because they're probably going to start wondering, like, what are we all following then? They're not going the way that we all go. So what are we all following? Should we be following? What is this, right? So you have people second guessing, like, like what's so special about you? Like, why are you not going with all of us? We have a herd of us. We're safer. We're safer in numbers. That's what they say. But you'll terrify people when they see that. No, like you'll be the lone wolf. You have no problem at all staying away from everybody else, isolating yourself, not being sad while you're in isolation, but having more of an up, like a very positive spirit about it. Like you have your moments of isolation, you have your moments of staying away from the herd, staying away from the majority, not really with what they're with, right? So what happens? So another reason why you might terrify people as well is because you're real. I mean, like, I'm telling you, the planet that we're living on is a planet of fakeness. All right. I mean, the planet is beautiful, but it's the people on the planet. Not everybody moves real like you. Not everybody has that real mindset, real intentions, good intentions, right? Some people just feel like some people just are clout chasers. They want to seek clout. That's all they go for. That's what they live for. So that's how they move, right? Their moves match what they want. So you'll terrify people when people see, like, nah, you're not with the clout chasing. You don't want to move like that. All right. You have your own style. You have your own flex. You have your own way of getting across. All right. You don't care about who's watching, who's looking. You don't really care about like who's going to say something about it, say something negative about it, talk down to it. You keep it real. That will terrify people who are not keeping it real with themselves. A lot of people, they have to put a lot of work in to keep up various facades. And you don't have to do that, right? And so people will feel kind of like afraid of you because they see that, wow, no, he lives his best life, his most realist life. She's not with what everybody else is with. She will keep it real down to the bone. Like she's not playing around. And so, yes, all of these reasons will lead people to be afraid of you, be terrified of you. They're going to be terrified because you're just one of a kind. All right. And of course, you're not seeking to be terrifying, right? But oftentimes people are going to be put off by you, wanting to stay away from you, feeling, icky about you because you have a lot of these qualities or tendencies that they're just not used to seeing or not used to having to accept as well. Keeping in mind, if you're a real one, they have to accept it, right? This is not a facade. This is you. This is who you really are. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I came down with a little bit of a cold, so that's why my voice is all shaky and everything. All right, everybody. But thank you all for the well wishes and the positive vibes. I love all you guys so much. Stay up, everybody, and take care of yourselves.